We're back for another workout of the day. Today is 5 rounds for time. It is called Fuzzy Wuzzy, as in Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. It is 5 burpees, 10 V-ups, 15 goblet squats, 20 ab twists, 15 slam balls, 10 weighted sit-ups, and 5 push-ups. Maggie clearly is excited for this one. So we're going to do all those movements 5 times, and we're going to time ourselves. So we're going to go through all those movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. Okay, so our first movement is going to be that burpee that everybody loves. So we want to come down, come all the way straight into a nice plank position, into a push-up, back up, finish that with a jump. Modifications, we can do a half burpee where we're kicking out. Make sure you're kicking fully out, so you're in a full plank position, not halfway out. Full out, and then come back. Or we can walk it out, and we can walk it out into a push-up, or we can take away the push-up and just do the walkout. Next movement is going to be our V-up. So, you get those abs working. We're gonna have be nice and straight line, and we're gonna come up and touch those toes. Squeezing those abs. Modifications to the knees. Alternating legs. Or leg raises, where we're going to keep our head off the ground. We're going to push that lower back into the ground nice and flat, and we're going to raise our feet. It's clearly Maggie's choice in movements. Next is going to be our goblet squat. So the modification would just be a regular air squat, so just body weight. So we'll go over that first to get that movement. We're going to be about hip width apart, toes slightly pointed outward. Our knees are coming out. They're not coming forward. They're not coming in, so they're going out. And we're going to keep that back straight and our chest up. We're going to be looking forward. We want to come down to at least parallel, which would be about here. But if we can get a little lower, even better. So with the goblet squat, we can use a dumbbell and just hold it at the top of the dumbbell. We can even use our slam ball and just hold it. And we can do the same thing with the kettlebell as well. We can use some bands just for resistance purposes. So if you're not ready for weights and you want a little bit of a challenge, more than just the body weight, we can use the band. So we're going to wrap it just above the knee. We're going to push out, and we're going to use that resistance. We're going to push out, which is a great way to get your knees pushing out. You're pushing against the band, not allowing the band to push you in. We can also take our regular band, go into a front rack position, and use that as well. The next movement is going to be some more abs. Surprise, surprise. Who would have thought that I would have more ab exercises? Okay, so we're gonna be back in that V shape. We're gonna have our legs diagonal, our core diagonal, and we're gonna go back and forth, really squeezing that core. If we want to use some weight, and take the weight back and forth, keeping it nice and close to you. And you can use a plate, you can use a slam ball, you can use a dumbbell, or if you're just not ready or you don't have any weights but you have bands, you can sit on top of that band and you can do 10 on each side where you're pulling the band, over. Okay, next movement is our slam ball. So keep in mind a slam ball is a full body workout, right? It's not just about slamming the ball on the ground to get out anger. It's really engaging all of the muscles, because we're going to come down into a squat with our knees out, chest up. We're going to grab the slam ball on either side with both hands, and we're going to use our legs to come up, and then we're going to reach fully overhead. We're going to be fully extended. I'm going to come back here to make sure you can see everything. And then we're going to slam the ball on the ground, but we are going to wait until we get the ball back down to about chest height, where we're going to bring our butt back and our knees bent and our back straight, and that's where we're going to slam the ball. So we don't want to just drop the ball from the top. We want to follow through with that slam, because we want to try to pick that up right away, because guess what? There's some cardio involved in slam balls as well. So if you really want to be quick and you really want to get a nice heart pumping exercise in here, we are going to try to slam the ball, and then on that slight bounce that it makes, it's probably only about an inch to a half inch of a bounce, we're going to try to grab that ball before it hits the ground a second time, because the second time it's just going to stay there. So in order to do that, we got to, again, we're keeping our chest up into that squat, come all the way up, and we're going to follow it, slam, and we got to come down back into that squat. So don't try to, again, do this and then pick up the ball really quick, because now look at my back, like it's all out of whack. And then I'm going to try to come up, and I'm probably going to get that lower back in a weird position as well. So we really want to come down and squat as we're slamming that ball down. Again, so we're going to come up, slam, and a good thing to do is to look forward, which will keep that chest up. So once we start looking down, we kind of start moving our chest down. So keep up. Modifications, if you don't have a slam ball, you can use a wall ball, but remember the wall ball is going to bounce so much higher than the wall ball, so just be careful and be controlled with the bounce. You can also use a plate and just do plate to overheads. Again, you're coming down into a squat, your back is straight, your chest is up, and you're reaching until your hands come up fully and your arms are nice and straight. You can also use a band. So we can do, one arm at a time. So it's 15, make it 16, so you can do 8 and 8. So we're gonna come up, push up. But make sure you're coming down in a full squat, and make sure you're reaching all the way up till your arm is nice and straight. The next movement is the weighted sit-up. So let me grab a plate for this too. What I would do is, oh, that was loud. I'm sorry for that. I would make sure you have something to weigh your feet down, whether if you're doing it with a partner. I know it's kind of hard because you might be in different places, but you can hold each other's feet, or you can use a weight and just weigh down your foot or both feet. And I suggest this because with the weight, you're probably gonna pull more on the feet, and I really just want you to use those abs to get up. So, so with the dumbbell, we're gonna place it on our chest and just hold it there in position with our hands, because we want that chest to, the weight to rest on our chest, so that when we're coming up, we're fighting against the weight. So we're really using our abs to come up. So that's with that, or you can use a plate, and you can do either here, which is a little awkward, or you can have straight arms and come all the way up and push up at the top. So you can also just do a regular sit-up, touch those toes or knees if you're modifying it. The last but not least is our push-up. So let me move these out of the way. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are set up so that our hand is underneath our shoulder. We don't want to go too wide. We don't want to go too close. We want to set up so everything's supporting each other. So then we're going to come all the way back so we're straight. We don't want to be saggy, and we don't want to have our butt up in the air. So we just come down, touch our chest, keeping everything nice and straight. If you find that you're sagging, like if you're touching your bottom half and your chest isn't touching, means your butt is sagging. So fix that. Also don't want to see this. This is a weird one, but people do it. They just, I don't know if you can see it. Like just come up with their chest. Don't do that either. That's not good. Okay, so modifications. Modified push-up would be on your knees and come down like so. You can also lean against a wall or something if you're still really working on that, and and push off the wall as well. So we're gonna do all those movements 5 times, and you're gonna time yourself, and you're gonna revisit this once again sometime soon in a month or 2 and see how well you've progressed.